Well, hello to all my bariatric beauties and my bariatric buddies. This is Neek coming at you with my 3-year, 2-month post-op update, as well as my 6-month pregnancy update. I can't really tell if my eyes are like catching the camera, like I feel like I look like this, but whatever. I know I have not done an update in forever, but I missed you guys. For those of you all who are friends with me on Facebook, you know I'm pretty active on there, so majority of the talking, if I do any talking, I'm probably doing it on there. I missed you guys. Sorry I took so long. I know I was supposed to do a video like bazillion forever ago, but I don't know. I think I told y'all in the last video, like after you get so far out in your weight loss journey, it kind of becomes like, how relevant is what I have to say anymore? Like, am I saying the same thing over and over again? Am I saying anything that's really going to help anybody? Or am I just like wasting time, being vain, just, trying to be on the camera? Y'all got to excuse me. I got on my church lady wig today because it was the closest one to me and I didn't want to come on the camera looking ratchet, but I feel like I'm giving off a Justin Bieber vibe right now. You know, the old Bieber with the bangs. I just went swoosh, swoosh, whatever. But it's better than what's going on up under this wig. Trust me, I didn't want to scare y'all. So, yeah, so I'm 3 years and 2 months post-op. Yeah, it went by so fast, I mean, when I was in it, and I'm still in the process of my journey because, the journey, it doesn't stop once you get so far out. The journey is literally a lifelong process because, you have to go through preparing yourself for surgery, actually having the surgery, learning to adjust your life to surgery and the new plan that you need to be on and the way you need to eat. And then the rest of your life is really just maintaining and making the most out of the decision that you made and out of the opportunity you were given to be able to start anew. So 3 years out, I feel like I'm in the maintenance stage, but at the same time, I'm in the stage of constantly learning. One of my favoriteest people, Mr. Wright brother, if y'all have not checked out his channel, check him out. He did a video saying how regain can be relost. The further you get out from surgery, the more things you can eat, the more things you can tolerate. And regain is definitely a possibility. Not because you're wilding out and just, going to the buffet, just acting like Cookie Monster, nom, nom, nom. It doesn't mean you're doing that. It just really means that, sometimes people have fallen off. Sometimes we've gotten comfortable in our regimen, even though you could be eating right, just getting comfortable and not doing things to constantly, trick your body up and keep your metabolism on its toes. It's quite easy to regain. I think I told you guys when I first got married last year, I had put on 10 pounds. Why? Because I didn't care. Not that I didn't care about the surgery or care about myself or my health. I was saying I didn't care in the sense of, I was just enjoying newlywed life. We were going out to eat a lot. I was cooking a lot. I mean, I still cook, but I was cooking kind of different. I was cooking them big old, newlywed wife meals, big old steaks and stuff. And trying to keep up with my husband. I don't need to even be trying to do that. I'm so ashamed that I even said that, but I was trying to keep up with him, eat all that good stuff. And I had put on 10 pounds and, which was cool because my lowest size was a size 10 and my lowest weight was 170. And then I had went up to, 180 pounds, which was cool. That put me like in a size 12. And then I found that I was pregnant. I found out I was pregnant on Christmas Day, 2015. And then I was so sick, like in the very beginning, that I quickly lost 10 pounds. And, the doctor was like, oh, that's okay. You're a bariatric patient. And sometimes it takes your body a second to get adjusted to things. And blase skippy woo. And so then I got back up to 176, which was 176, 178. I kind of like was bouncing between the two numbers. And that was a good weight for me. I was like a good 10, 12 and it was comfortable for me. And I was able to, maintain. I had got back on because I was having such a hard time keeping the food down. And this is the part where I'm talking about pregnancy after weight loss surgery, because the way you eat is definitely different from what most people would probably do. I've never been pregnant before. This is my first child. So all I know is this way. But I remember seeing other people, eating and the different things they would try. And sometimes it just doesn't work for you when your stomach is already this tiny and it wants to reject certain things. So you have to be creative with what you eat. So I got the go ahead from the doctor to go back on. I got the constant belchies. That is just one of the, about being pregnant. I belch all the time. And she has the hiccups all the time. Oh yeah, by the way, it's a girl. I think I may have told you guys that I was hoping for a girl. I got my baby girl, and yeah, I'm happy about that. I know I'm all over the place. Y'all know how my thoughts run. So yeah, I got to go ahead to go back on the protein shakes from my doctor. And then she just told me, she was like, just try to eat, because this is the time that you really need to be gaining the weight. Don't force yourself. But at the same time, you want to maintain a healthy weight. You don't want to lose too much. You don't want to gain too much. So I was like, okay. And I talked about in my last video about how some people become obsessed with the scale and they become a slave to the scale. And I did that for a while. I was always on the scale every other day. I weigh myself in the morning, weigh myself at night. I weigh myself after I pee, because I'm like, I know I got about a good 7-8 ounces out, and that's got to make a difference, which was ludicrous. And so I was weighing myself like that, but I decided, I'm not even going to weigh myself anymore. So as it stands right now, I do not weigh myself. I do not weigh myself ever. The only time that I find out how much I weigh is when I go to the doctor and get on the scale for my prenatal visits. That is it. I don't even know where the scale is in my house. I'm not touching that thing. That is an instrument of Satan to make me crazy, and I refuse. On a funny note, okay, so like I said, I got my weight back up to 176, between 176 178, and so I kind of landed at 178. I'm sorry, y'all, my eye is just like really itching. I got my weight up to 178, and I was like, okay, I'm cool. And I was going to the doctor first month, second month, third month, and it's like, oh, you're not gaining any weight. You're just maintaining. You're just maintaining. I'm like, okay. Which I was thinking that was weird, because I'm like, okay, well, now I'm 5 months pregnant, and I'm still 178, even 176 sometimes when I've come in. I was like not gaining any weight. So recently I went and I had my 6-month visit. And I was standing on the scale, and I'm like, in my head, like, okay, because I've been, through my whole pregnancy, I've been wearing the same size. My clothing size has not changed. Nothing has changed other than, like, my boobs came back, and I missed those. I'm so happy my titties caught the invitation to the party and caught up. So I was like, okay, well, I'm wearing the same size. Like, so is my baby growing? And every time we would do the measurements, they'd be like, oh, yeah, she's right on schedule. She weighs perfect. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gaining weight, so maybe I'm losing and I'm picking up whatever she's gaining. So I was okay with being 178. So 6 months appointment, I get on the scale, and she goes, congratulations, Mrs. Ellis. You gained 3 pounds. And I don't know what the heck was wrong with me, y'all. That's what I'm saying. This sleeve life and this weight loss thing had you so jacked up and concerned with the scale, I start crying. Not like a teardrop. It was literally like I'm crying because I gained weight and I was upset. And she's like, Miss Ellis, are you crying? I'm over there like, no. And I felt like a darn fool, because I'm like, okay, Dominique, you know better. You know that this is the time where you're supposed to gain weight. It's not like you're gaining a gargantuan amount of weight. And she literally had to remind me, like, you're 6 months pregnant and you've only gained 3 pounds. You're okay. You are okay. And so I say all that to say, everybody's got to work on it. We all got to work on it. This is a lifestyle change. It's not a quick fix. You're going to go through different phases in your life. This is one phase that requires me to gain weight. And you have to go with the phases. You have to trust the process. So even if you're newly sleeved, if you're about to get sleeved, or any other, bariatric surgery, it may start one way, you may lose, and then you may gain. And then you may lose, and then you may gain, especially if you're a person that goes to the gym, because you can very easily lose pounds but gain muscle. And, I've heard people, I'm going to the gym and it says I'm 2 pounds heavier. Yeah, you're lifting weights, you're gaining muscle. And sometimes your body's just going to do what it want to do. You just have to go with it. I always tell people inches over pounds. The scale will tell you one thing, but you have to go by how your body feels. If you notice that you was in a size 28 and now you in a size 16, you've lost. You may not have gotten what you wanted on the scale, but you're getting what you want out of life. And for me to be 6 months pregnant and still in a size 12, that's a good thing for me. I was like, that was my biggest fear though. I ain't gonna lie. Because I look at people in my family. No shade to the people in my family. I love y'all. But y'all heifers be spreading. Y'all get wide. You get wide. Jesus. And y'all know. For those of y'all watching. And so that was my biggest fear. I was like, you know, I spent my whole life being wide. I don't want to get wide again. And so by the grace of God, I didn't spread too much. Actually, I'm going to do a full body shot today. Let you guys see what I look like. Actually, I'm going to do it now. And this is me with my 6-month pregnant body. Y'all are going to notice that I look a little fuller in some areas. And let's see. Turn this camera around.